it done. It probably doesn't match what she wanted us to do, but I don't care. I had fun. You guys just like me and having an absolute blast doing these challenges. I mean, they're so fun and I look forward to them so much. But these were the supplies that I used. I'm going to do a brief, this is how it turned out. And then after this, I do have some footage of me putting it together and I'll put it at the end so that if you don't want to watch that, you don't have to, because I'm just going to put it to music. There was a lot. Anyways, I didn't have any like little tiny scraps. And so I just picked some fabric from my stash and ripped it into various shapes, pieces, and that kind of stuff, and turned it into scraps. And I used all of these pieces of material on it. And so there was that. I added some beads and sequins that I had in my stash that I thought went good with these. And I should find the lids for those because you know what that's going to do, right? I had shown that I wanted to put some twine on it, and I did. I also pulled out some extra fibers that I had because you'll see the design when I'm done. I thought it needed just a little more fiber. I had some laces that I wanted to use on it. This is the backing fabric that I used. It's just a drop cloth from Harbor Freight that I showed in my miscellaneous meanderings recap videos. And then for the paper, I wanted to use some of these Tim Holtz letter stickers or word, I don't know, they're random weird, weird stickers. So that was the supplies that I wanted to use on it. The only thing I didn't use on it that I showed in my other video was this thread here. But I did pull in some floss to use to sew stuff together. So that is basically what I wanted to use. And then this is how the tag turned out. And I know it looks like a hot mess, but I had the best time doing this tag. For as long as I can remember, I have wanted to do that textile art where they just take bits and pieces of stuff and they sew it instead of like, it reminds me of weave. I don't know what it's called, but it reminds me of weaving, but you don't. You just put down layers of miscellaneous fabric and sew it down, and then you add fibers and strings and all kinds of bits and bobs throughout it, and it makes this abstract art type thing. And I've wanted to do it for so long, but my old sewing machine just wouldn't do it. And I recognize that this is mostly supposed to be slow stitching, not quick stitching, but I did do some French knots and some little stitches on it. So I did do some slow stitching. But I really thought this challenge lended itself to trying some of that textile art, whatever it's called. And if you know what it's called, please let me know so I can Google it and learn more. But basically, as you can see, if you watch the how I put it together part of this video, I took the backer paper, the backer material, and I put just a strip of heat and bond on it so that it would just kind of tack it down. And then I took the strips of the fabric, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but here is the dark one is here. And then there's the eyelet lace here. And then underneath it is some more of that drop cloth. And then I have this material that goes right here. And then this dark one and a piece of lace. And then I took a strip of this one and more lace underneath that. And then the very top one is this paisley type material. And so I did that, and then I figured out what word letters I wanted to do, and I laid them down, and they were sticky, so they kind of stuck for themselves. And I sewed over them and didn't realize that it would kind of blur what they said, but I think they're still readable enough for it to be okay. And then so the sewing is still on there, and then I thought some twine would be fun just to have a little curlicue texture in the back, so I added some twine. And then I thought more is more, why not? And so I added just some bits of the fiber. This fiber is so soft. oh, I just want to pet it. Here, and then some of this eyelash trim up at the top. And last thing that I did is I really wanted to get some sparkle in it, and it's probably not showing it on the video, but it'll show it probably in the photos better. But they're random shaped beads, and they're really cool, these big ones. So I put random beads there and some of the more glass looking ones there. And then I had these weird open spots I wasn't sure what to do with, so I put the lock and the key there, which is probably where I should have stopped before then, but oh well, more is more, right? But I added a few little just straight stitches in there, and like I said, you probably can't see it, and then some French dots randomly. But I had the best time doing this. I've always wanted to do some kind of free art like that, and not saying this is art. Oh, wait, and I have some of the, what are they called? Bugle beads that go across there. But it was just, I had started out with my normal planet to the T. You know, I knew exactly what I was going to do and how exactly square it was going to be, and you know the rules, right? And then the sewing machine part of it was a little harder to control than I thought, and that actually worked out for the best, because if you've seen my previous videos, I got a new sewing machine because I wanted one that did all the fancy stitches, and the stitch that I pick is just this wandering stitch, and it worked just like I wanted it to, but it was a lot harder to control than I thought it would be. I have a lot to learn about sewing machines, but anyways, it worked just like I wanted it to, and it may look like a hot mess to everybody else, but to me, it looks like freedom and flow, and I really just love how it turned out. So, on the back of it, I sewed it to the front. I sewed the tag to the paper using beads and sequins, and so that was I thought that was kind of fun. That way I could go up, tag, and come back, and then you had the bead to hold it from going back through the paper without having to run strings everywhere. Anyways, it says, February 27th, 2021. This is a journey of finding my own joy. I have always enjoyed viewing textile art, and a while ago I saw someone just sew down scraps of fabric and fiber with the freedom of just letting things lay where they fall. I was a bit in awe of that kind of free flow creativity. When I started this tag, I was my normal plan it all out self, and by the time I was done, I was just going by what felt good, going where it landed. I did so many new things on this tag, including getting to use my new sewing machine. Best of all, I had a taste of what free flow creativity is, and I want more. I just had the best time doing this tag. I've had the best time doing this challenge. I look forward to Friday so much. It's a little silly. It's like, oh man, it's 3 a.m. Friday morning. Why isn't she posting it yet? Kind of thing. Of course, she's on a completely different continent. So that is how my tag turned out for week 8, bits, pieces, and a gift. And most of the materials that I used on this tag were a gift from several different friends. The key was a gift. A lot of the material was a gift. Some of the lace was a gift. There was most of it was a gift. But so that's how my tag turned out. I can't wait. Week 9 is coming up. Yay. I really like how it turned out. I can't wait to see what you guys are doing too. So many great tags out there, and every single one of them is so different, and it's amazing. How do you have like 1,000 people doing this and none of them look alike? It's just awesome. I hope you'll jump in. All the information, of course, will be down below on how you can find out more about the hashtag 52 Tags Handmade Challenge. It's also in the in various places. I'm sure I'll get that put up there. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will answer them the best that I can. Even if you don't think this is for you, I didn't think this was for me. I didn't think this was going to be a thing. I just thought, I'll poke at it. And you guys, it's addicting. If you need something new and fresh in your life, even if you used to do something like that, but you haven't done it for 20 years, jump in. You don't have to start with number 1. Start with number 9. Start with number 8. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to care. You just need to start. You can always go back if you have time. I will see you in the next video. Up next will be some photos of it, what it looks like up close. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a fast forward of how I put it together at the end of this video in case nobody wants to see that, because it was, I don't know. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yay! Prompt 9 is on its way. Bye!